such a pleasure to meet the two of you at last.
It's nice to meet you too, Doctor. But I must admit to being curious, however.
Oh?
Well, yes, you talk as though you have been waiting years to meet us.
But we have. You see, it's such an honor for me to be a part of this, and you two are something we never expected.
Look, Dr. Hathor, you know what's going on here while Janice and I do not.
Yes, would you please let us in on what you're talking about? We have racked our brain trying to figure this out.
Yeah, spill it, Doc.
Of course. Please, sit down. Some years ago, science found a way to identify that part of a person that makes them, well, who they are. Some call it the soul. The Egyptians called it the katra. Philip Jose Farmer referred to it as the Wathan. We call it the katra. But it was discovered that each person's katra was unique. No two were identical.
Oh, we've heard about that, but I just thought it was one of those old myths.
And what does it have to do with us?
Well, when we discovered that we could identify the katra, it was imperative that we find a way to record it. And soon, a way was found. It's rather like a photograph or a fingerprint, only more. You see, I believe that all of a person's memories are stored in the katra, and under the right conditions, they can be reawakened.
And that has what to do with us?
Everything, my dear. You see, when we have the ability to detect and identify the soul and the way to record it, a grand experiment was proposed. One that, if successful, could answer one of the most profound questions of mankind.
Profound questions. You mean like, is there a God?
Exactly.
Well, is there?
Is there what? Oh, my God? I wish I did. The question we were able to ask was this: is there life after death?
But how?
Well, it took years to get the logistics of the experiment ready, but at last we were ready to begin. Then we went out and found people who were at the end of life and asked them if we could record their katra. We went throughout the world to ensure we had a large enough sample to ensure accuracy, and we finished with 13,000.
Do you mean?
Exactly. Janice, you were one of the 13,000, and so were you all. As a matter of fact, the two of you are even more special. Out of all the 13,000 that were reincarnated, only two met each other and got married. You. And tonight, we're going to complete the experiment and bring it to a conclusion. Not only for you, but for all of the 13,000.
Well, what happens tonight?
Tonight, in just a very few minutes to be precise, we're going to attempt to restore the memories that are stored in your conscious. It was one of the promises we made in exchange for doing the experiment. That is, if you agree, you have the right not to remember the past.
Laura? It's up to you, Janice, but either way, nothing changes for me.
What do we have to do if we decide to remember?
Oh, just stay here, and I'll go get what we call the memory trigger while you discuss it. Oh, this will be just a moment. I'm so excited.
What do you think, Laura?
Well, remembering a past life is pretty exciting, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is.
I can't imagine who I might have been or what kind of person I was. Maybe I was a banker, or the president, or a serial killer. Well, maybe. Who knows? But, what about you? Doctor, lawyer?
During that period, I could have been anyone from Rosie the Riveter to Marilyn Monroe, or Lady Gaga. Oh, maybe just a housewife.
You know, the people in the time period he's talking about witnessed a lot of changes. I mean, World War II, the Cold War, television.
What if I was a bad person?
It wouldn't change who you are now.
No, really, what if I was someone awful?
What if you were a man?
I'm serious.
Oh, sweetheart. You're afraid, aren't you?
Yes.
But why?
What if it changes things, Laura? What if it changes how we feel about each other? It's probable that I might have been married, had a husband.
So what if there was someone else? You belong to me now, and always.
What if we're not the same person? Or what if you don't love me anymore?
I don't think I could love anyone like I love you. And another set of memories, I don't think another set could or would change that.
Promise?
Oh, sweetheart, I promise.
Here we go, here we go. I'm so excited. Now, what have you two elected to do? I do hope that you decide to retrieve those memories. The historical perspective alone would be invaluable. And we're dying to know just how much you do remember from your past life.
You mean you've never done this before?
Well, no. The constraints of the experiment demanded that the Contra have time to live a new life and make new memories.
What happens if something goes wrong?
What if it hurts?
Hurts? Oh, that's impossible. Now, we have run simulations. There's no indication of anything going wrong in a bad way. If anything, it just doesn't work.
What if it changes us?
That's why we had to wait until now. You see, your new personality, your new memories should help insulate you from the past. Now, you will remember the hard times, the hurts, perhaps even how you died, but it should be from an emotionally detached position.
Okay then, Dr. Hathaway, let's do this. Do we have to go into a lab? Is there some pill we take? Or is there an injection?
Oh, no. You just sit right there and we'll light this candle. You see, we built the trigger into a set. And this night candle is the delivery mechanism.
Thank you.
Not a bad idea.
Now, we're going to light the candle. So excited.
my childhood sweetheart. You know, Judy.
Yes, I did. Very, very well.
And your name is, well, was Tyler. You were my husband.
You look different. How you feel is unchanged.
The love in your eyes is unmistakable. It is you, darling.
Well, I remember yours was the last face I saw before I died. I'm so sorry I left you all alone.
Darling, I wasn't alone but for a few hours. My heart stopped the night you left. I couldn't live without you. I can't believe we're here together now. Oh, Laura, we loved each other so much. We were married for 49 years, and our children were beautiful.
You still are.
But
How do we find each other again? I don't know exactly. Only know that my life was going nowhere, then you came, and it was like I came alive again.
This is amazing. Do you two know what you are?
what do you mean?
You're soulmates. Incredible.
What do you mean?
Don't you see? The love that you had for each other kept your souls together.
Laura, do you remember what you said to me when we were introduced?
Shoot, that was an awful long time ago. I was like, what, 12?
You were 12. And when Mama told you my name, you looked at me and said, "Where have you been?" As if you had been waiting for me.
I don't know how or why. I only know I was waiting for you. I could never forget you. Your presence is like a melody. Your smile like a song. Your touch makes me feel young.
I more than love you. You are life itself to me. I'm not whole without you.
Two people, two hearts. Perhaps we've answered the question of life after death with the knowledge that love never dies.